Okay, good morning, everybody. Is everybody ready? How are you? Thank you all for coming. I'm Councilmember Pete Meitzner, filling in for the mayor this morning. I've been warned more than once to stay on script, so I'm going to try to stay on script. I usually do stay on script, but I don't know why they asked me to make sure I stay on script. So anyway, we're going to discuss a couple of things this morning on the weekly. We're going to discuss the 4th of July safety, the annual, this red, white, and boom event, a logo for the unveiling for the USS Wichita, and the much anticipated upcoming library groundbreaking. So to cover the first one, the 4th of July, I just might preface this by saying, the 4th of July is quite a celebration, as we all know, and but there are some safety issues that we as the city and I as the city council and the mayor, we do need to reemphasize a few things. So because it is important with injuries and stuff. So so please bear with me on this. Each year, people are injured because they haven't followed basic safety precaution and used fireworks carelessly. Probably some of us have done that ourselves. During an average year, about 45 people are hurt by fireworks in this area. Children as young as 10 months old have been burned. Make sure your surface you place the firework on is solid and even ground. Uneven surfaces cause fireworks to fall over and throw sparks, injuring people standing nearby. Do not shoot fireworks near structures or other items which could catch on fire. And be aware of hot, dry, and windy conditions. Those conditions of fireworks are a recipe for disaster that we have no control over. If you light a firework and it doesn't go off, let it sit for a while, make sure the fuse is out. An adult can then place it in a bucket of water. Never attempt to relight the firework. Remember to supervise your children when they use sparklers, poppers, other fireworks. And hold the sparklers away from the body, like don't point them at people, and away from children who are standing nearby. Once the sparkler goes out, place it in a bucket of water. Never run with sparklers. And don't forget to protect your pets. Keep them inside while shooting off fireworks. It's easier on their ears, and it ensures that they don't approach a lit firework to get hurt. Make sure to shoot your fireworks in the community where you buy them. Fireworks you buy in Wichita are legal to use in Wichita. Those you buy outside of Wichita may likely be illegal, and a citation could be issued. And with that, I'd like to, again, there's some serious stuff here, and I'd like to invite Chief Blackwell to make a few comments about that.
Thank you, Councilmember, and good morning. My name is Ron Blackwell, common spelling Blackwell, and I am Chief of the Wichita Fire Department. I wanted to take some time this morning to visit with you all about our recent Independence Day experience from 2015. The council member had made reference to injuries and some of the challenges that the department dealt with last year. But I thought I'd begin by speaking about the possession, sale, and use of fireworks here in Wichita. That period began on June 27th. It runs through midnight on July 5th. During that time, it is legal for citizens and residents to possess and use. During that same period, we in the fire department often receive a number of complaints, but also respond to a number of incidents, fire-related incidents. Last year, there were 22 fire or explosion calls responded to by police and firefighters. The damage total from those incidents was a little over $180,000. Area hospitals treated 32 people for various fireworks-related injuries. Those people ranged in age from ages 2 to 52 years old. They were evenly split gender-wise in terms of male and female. Both male and females are often injured during that period. It's also important to note that there were three fireworks that were the top three fireworks for injuries included mortars, sparklers, and firecrackers. Last year, KWCH ran a story about a local teenager who suffered a mutilation as a result of a mortar incident. With me this morning is Battalion Chief Stuart Bevis and Lieutenant Jose Ocades of our fire prevention staff, who have brung some examples of fireworks that have been involved in injury here in the community. And with that, I'll stand for questions.
Obviously, you don't like seeing injuries during this patriotic event. Tell us again, what are some of the top three things you want viewers at home to know?
The top three, and probably number one, is what we say every year. We encourage our citizens and residents to exercise caution, but to shoot those fireworks where you buy those fireworks. There are differences in laws around the region. The things that are allowed in Wichita may not be allowed or used in other places. So it's important to be aware that the purchases that you make are legal for the jurisdiction in which you live. In addition to that, it's important to make available a garden hose or a bucket of water, some source that could be helpful to you in the event you have an accident that is causing a fire to spread. It's also important that if you have a firework that does not ignite or a dud, that you allow that to sufficiently cool, or at least allow a period whereby you don't touch or disturb that, because in a number of cases there is a secondary explosion, if you will, that has been known to cause injury.
Well, you have firefighters out patrolling or out deployed to watch for illegal fireworks use on the board.
Yeah, and George, what we've encouraged our firefighters to do, as we do every year, our first effort is always to educate before going the route of issuing a citation, but it is possible that citations are issued, and those have a mandatory court appearance and fines as high as $2,500.
What kinds of fireworks are you seeing the most problems with? The ones that shoot higher than 6 feet? People
I don't know that we could necessarily identify one as a problem firework. Our focus tends to be on those that cause the most injury, and those tend to be those that you would think are the most common. Firecrackers, sparklers, mortars. The sparklers, are often given to small children who are shy or a little afraid. I'd seen or learned something recently through social media about the temperatures on sparklers burning as high as 1,800 degrees, and that could actually melt aluminum. And so those common celebration items are often problematic. Okay, well, as I said, Bevis and Ocades are here. Stuart has some items that may make for pictures or video that you might want to use, and thank you all for being here.
Thank you, Chief. One thing we both forgot to mention, I think we're encouraging complaints to avoid calling 911. Is that correct, Chief? And call, if you guys could help us promote this number, 268-4441. Obviously, they can get online as well at wichita.gov and click on the fire department. But again, that number, 268-4441. I'm sorry. Chief, use it. Okay. Thank you.
The number that the council member shared is to the city's fire prevention office, but there has been a complaint line set up at Emergency Communications, and that number is 290-1012. The line will open on July 1st and run through the 4th. The time frame for that fireworks complaint line is 6:30 p.m. until 3 a.m. on July 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th.
I think that's
What the chief has is 290-1011. What's the correct number? 290-1011. Didn't I read that?
Can we try it?
1011? Here's the last shot.
We'll try it right now. We'll try it right now, see if it works, see if it rings.
Stuart, listen, Stu. 290-1011. And I have a thumbs up from somebody that's not Stuart. So, Stuart, is that right? That's right. 290-1011, fireworks complaint line. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. We got that phone number right, everybody? Okay, next we want to talk about is a rather exciting event, the Red, White, and Boom, provided by the Wichita Parks Foundation, which is a 501c3 nonprofit organization. It will host, this will be the second annual Red, White, and Boom event on Monday, July 4th from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's downtown on the KSN lawn, basically the Hyatt lawn. I think you all recall that there's been a period of years where the city has not done fireworks. We've kind of allowed places like Bradley Fair and other local neighborhoods to do shows in a way. We haven't allowed the local neighborhoods. But we're back in the business thanks to the Parks Department and this 501c3. Got a sponsor is Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. You know, the local Freddy's developed and owned and operated here, and now they're nationwide, and another great success story for entrepreneurial stuff. So they're sponsoring it, and the foundation is extraordinarily grateful that they have agreed to extend that Freddy's to extend their sponsorship for an additional 3 years, which make it a total of a 5-year financial commitment to this annual event. So again, the Simon family and all of Freddie's groups, thank you from us to sponsor this. It starts with 97.1 Bob FM, the food trucks and beer garden with bands, with the band The Astronauts, taking stage about 7 p.m. Public viewing of the free fireworks display can best be seen from the KSN lawn, where there will be open seating as well as the East Bank bike path between the Lewis Bridge and the Douglas bridges. In addition to the fireworks over the river, there will also be low-level pyrotechnics fired from 2 barges in the river and 2 static displays on the West Bank. The fireworks will start at 9:45 p.m., and the show is expected to last approximately 24 minutes. Is that exactly right? 20. Kind of like that. Is that like that phone number we had? Is it really 24 minutes? Anyway, okay. So another exciting thing that we should be proud of, the USS Wichita. We'd hope to see everyone this coming Saturday at noon at the Wichita Art Museum. We will be unveiling the crest design for the USS Wichita. The current USS Wichita is a Freedom-class littoral combat ship currently being built. This is the 3rd reincarnation of the ship. The first was done in service from 1939 through 47. That was World War II about, I think. And the second from 1969 to 1993. The ceremonial laying of the keel was earlier this year in 2015, I'm sorry. We are excited to unveil the ship's crest, which features some recognizable Wichita imagery. The mayor will be joined by Congressman Mike Pompeo, prospective commanding officer, Commander Shockney Snyder. I think you've got his name spelled, Shockney Snyder, commander, and members of the crew. We hope to see the community as well come out to support this historic and prestigious event. It's kind of neat that we have a ship in the Navy fleet that's been named after us for now about 80 years. So next on the agenda is another incredibly exciting event for our community, and that's the long-awaited groundbreaking for our library, our new library. That will be on July 6th at 2 p.m. and we'll be breaking the ground there at the location where the advanced learning library is going to be built. And at this time, for better and more exciting details, I want to introduce our library director, Cynthia Berner. Let her say a few words about this great event. Cynthia, thank you.
Thank you
for
very
going
much.
start.
Cynthia Berner, Director of Libraries. Just reiterating the council members' invitation. It's our great honor to invite the community to the ceremonial groundbreaking of the Advanced Learning Library next Wednesday, July 6th, 2 p.m. on the project site. That's generally the southwest corner of 2nd and McLean, although the groundbreaking entrance will be off of Sycamore Street. The project sign went up this morning, so people should have an easy time figuring out which property it is. They can also look for the big tent. So it will be a brief ceremony, but one where we will recognize all of the groups and individuals who have been part of the last decade of conversation and working together to make the project a reality. You do have a news release, I think, with additional information, but I would be happy to answer any questions you might have. They should be finishing most of the construction work in early 2018.
Well, thank you, Cynthia. I might add that, of course, this library discussion has been going on for a while in our community, and we finally made the commitment. And I'm hoping that facility will be every bit as a oh my gosh facility the way our airport has been received. And so we're very supportive. I'd like to also mention that it's not in the script, but bids came in on that. We were estimated at a pretty good price, but competitive bids. A local company, Donlinger, won the bid at somewhere around $23 million, which was less than estimated. So that was positive. And I'd also like to give a tremendous acknowledgement and a congratulations to the Library Foundation Board. Had committed to us early when they had barely any money generated towards this. And they said that we would maybe be able to contribute maybe $5 or $6 million as our goal towards other amenities within the library. And can I say about what their total? So as of about last week or so, they've announced that thanks to corporate sponsors like recently with Cox Communication, but they are nearly at $8 million. So that's a clear sign that members of the community, and when foundation boards are generating something like $8 million on top of a $23 million project, that tells me personally and others that the community is really committed to this project. And I want to congratulate the leadership of the Library Foundation and what they've done in the last year. So my thanks to them. So I think that concludes today, unless there's any other questions about anything. If you want to hear anything about the mayor, now's your time. So he's not here.
On the USS Wichita, do you know where that's being built?
It's in Milwaukee, right?
Milwaukee?
Milwaukee.
And do we know a completion date for that?
I'm sorry, I don't, but I know that we've been invited to come to the.
Yeah, it's pending, it'll be around the end of August.
Right, about the end of August, soon, because we've been invited to have representatives in Milwaukee to help celebrate the.
Sweet.
Do they break champagne over the keel on that one? I don't know. They do? Yeah. Oh, good. Okay. Yeah. So, probably those military ceremonies are kind of fun, kind of interesting to attend. They really are. Okay. Well, have a happy 4th of July and a safe one, and we will see you next Thursday or whenever. Thank you. All right. Thanks, Cynthia. All right.